There's kind of before skating and after skating. Before skating, you've got a curb, a sidewalk. That's a set of stairs. You walk down those. After skating, I can jump off that. That's gonna be cool to grind on. Skateboarding allows you to see the whole world in a different way.
Skateboarding is a chance for people to show what 100% of themselves look like.
É como se eu tivesse realmente sentido o amor pela primeira vez, sabe?
It can be such a beautiful artistic expression.
It's scary and it hurts. I feel like that's the beauty of it.
C'est tout simple, mais on prend son skate et on n'a pas d'objectif, on va où on veut. Et de me retrouver comme un jeune enfant.
Wanna do back?
Okay,
Who'll go first?
you. We've been, competing against each other since we were little, and we make so many memories together just through skateboarding. We're one big family, and we need each other to push.
I think the skateboard community today is in the best place it's ever been. We're all out here to look out for each other in a way.
The biggest unspoken rule is respect.
T'aimes le skate, moi aussi, bah viens on va en faire ensemble, c'est aussi simple que ça en fait, donc...
Yeah, that's why I'm seeing you, I'm
Motivando o outro a tentar continuar e quando as...
Going to the skate park, my idols always help me and tell me what to do.
You know, men, women, children, everything in between, accepted, included.
It's something you enjoy so much, you want to create that openness for others.
I feel like the Olympics is putting skateboarding out front. You're gonna see skateboarding under the Eiffel Tower celebrated. We're just now kind of cracking the ice as to what's possible.
Skateboarding is obviously not yet an Olympic sport, yet it's been around long enough to be taken seriously.
You know, you go from the 80s, street skating was still being shaped and formed.
Something's coming. I can see it now with my red view. Touch one hand me, man, I dare you.
And that generation pushed another generation. People started to realize, oh, you can flip your board ollie onto a handrail. But you can do it higher.
Come on. Something's coming, can you feel it in the air? Something's coming if you with us, get near. Something's coming, can you feel it in the air? Something's coming if you with us, get near.
Skateboarding really got very advanced. You were seeing guys that became pretty iconic.
Mainstream media grasped what this was. And this is when skaters really became superstars. I think skateboarders are among the most determined athletes on the planet. They're putting their bodies through absolute hell.
Skateboarding can be frustrating, and it can really put you in a dark place sometimes.
The slams, the injuries, the mental toll. People throwing their board on the ground.
Medo de se machucar, acabar se machucando, mas a gente...
You have all these crazy thoughts in your mind. Oh, you could fall this way, or something bad could really happen on that trick. Kind of gotta really push yourself.
Prêt à y aller, entre guillemets, donc...
There's skateboarders that have this almost like mania to them. Once they get locked into trying a specific trick, they will try it for hours and hours and hours.
Most days I want to just give up. It's all about your perception. What if I'm just one morning away that would make all of my dreams happen? You never know how close you are to success.
Jagger was going to come out with his absolute best stuff because this is the final. That's what you're seeing. '21 SLS Super Crown World Champion Jagger Eaton, showing everyone how to do it.
That's what gets me up in the morning.
I think this generation of high-level competitive skateboarders has kind of enlightened the rest of the world, especially in skateboarding, that it's okay to be an athlete. It's using all of the things that they have available to them to make themselves better.
It's about me being the healthiest I can be as a human, and then skateboarding comes.
Jumps, weights, core stuff. Skateboarding, it's a lot of impact.
The months of hard work is where you win. That's how you win. I'm so in love with trying to be the best I can be at what I love doing. I'm not there to walk out of the Olympic Games and be fine. I'm there to put everything I can on the line and try to get a medal for my country.
You can get to the Olympics from a tiny country anywhere in the world. All you need is a skateboard and a piece of concrete. I just think the Olympics was a great invite to the world that skating was awesome and everybody should do it.
It's growing so fast, it's insane, and there's just so many more people at the skate park now, and especially girls, and it's really cool to see. Just drop in right after me, okay? Yeah.
Lá no Brasil foi uma febre depois que eu consegui a medalha, que eles viram o skate, o que é de verdade.
You got it. First try. First try? First try.
Ganhando medalha ou não, estando na final ou não, eu quero mostrar, eu quero que as meninas mostrem também o nível que o skate está.
C'est quelque chose d'avoir les Jeux Olympiques ici, c'est quand même quelque chose d'incroyable. Et là, on veut représenter le pays qu'on aime, le pays qui nous a tout donné. Donc.
I think that for me, what I'm so proud of, especially going into this next Olympic Games, is I'm so excited to show skateboarding at this level. There's something so special about it as far as other competitive sports. And I just can't wait for everybody to watch it and see the type of camaraderie and respect and love and passion that all these competitors have for it.
In Paris, skateboarding is set to make a return to the Olympic Games. Anticipation is high as athletes showcase their skills on the global stage.
L'esprit de liberté, c'est vraiment la base du skate.
There's something spiritual and exciting and artistic about what we do.
We're going high up in the air, tweaking it, making it look as beautiful as we can. Definitely a lot like a dance.
Feels like a painter when he picks up the brush and he has an outline of what he wants to do and he starts painting.
On se sent léger, on se sent nous-mêmes et on peut vraiment faire ce qu'on a envie de faire.
Eu vou só me divertir, sei lá, das minhas manobras e tentar dar o meu melhor, né, sempre. Um esporte que a gente vai lá, faz as nossas coisas e a gente vai pra casa, porque isso é um estilo de vida que a gente tá.
Skaters these days now are inspired by the mid-'80s, early '90s, 2000s. There's skaters that are now inspired by fashion, by music.
To all those kids that pick up a skateboard for the first time, just enjoy every moment of it. No one will ever skate like you. It is now your ability to go create.
Showcasing this sport is just going to do wonders for the growth of skateboarding on a global scale. lot of security guards probably got the memo, right? Oh, this is an Olympic thing. Let them skate.
Surfing has this allure. It's about risk. It's about the unknown. It's about volatility. It's different to any sport on the planet. Every single time you go surfing, there's a moment where you take that leap and you go from one medium to another.
From your heart racing to wondering if you're going to make it, that whole experience has happened in like a matter of 10 seconds.
Sometimes you just see that wall of water. It's so powerful.
That wave that you're riding traveled thousands of miles. It's special energy, like the wave can choose you.
It's way more than just a sport.
It's an absolute love story between humans and Earth.
Hey, look, the pipeline. You like it? That's pipeline. You don't know, huh? The waves are not good today, huh? Okay. One day this'll be you, though. You'll be out there. Raising my family in the surf community, it's not in just one place. It's like the whole world where there's a coastline and where there's waves.
Surfing to Native Hawaiians is kind of like a way of life and also kind of like a rite of passage.
I look at surfing as this subcultural solar system, that there was this like big bang moment. No one really knows where and when someone stood up on a wave on a piece of wood, and then it became the sport of kings and queens.
Surfing was part of the structure of the community in Hawaii. It was deep-rooted. So the North Shore became sort of the center of the surfing universe. Surfing becoming a professional sport in 1976, ultimately getting into the Olympics, been an amazing ride. The person that wins that gold medal at Chopu, if the surf is on, is going to be the greatest athlete of that Olympic Games.
What is true to surfing about the Olympics is it does bring together this like international community around a common passion.
It's a place where we all go to have fun, connect to our culture and the ocean and each other.
Yeah, I feel super lucky. It's so special to me. And I've also really learned how to be proud of these.
Surfing brings everybody together because it's just pure. I feel like people don't even speak the same language sometimes, but they surf together. Maybe people talk through the ocean.
Everyone looks out for each other like that. And that's a special thing about just kind of having that small community.
Both Jack and John have been raised by this international village that have watched them blossom into these men that they are. Over the past 20 years, high-performance surfing has become an almost acrobatic or a gymnastic sport. What's beautiful about the surfing that someone like Jack Robinson or John Florence does is that it combines the classical styles of traditional surfing with modern, futuristic, aerial, full-power surfing. With both Jack Robinson and John Florence, they were raised as prodigies. As teenagers, they were on the covers of magazines and were being flown around the world with the best surfers on the planet.
put a lot of expectations, and when you're like a prodigy or whatever it is, I don't think the pressure will ever stop either. It's always going to be there. Why not enjoy the ride too?
Coucou, je te retourne. Ah, je regardais des photos, c'est trop mignon. Quand tu étais petite.
And Mama was a super mama, taking us to all the competitions, all my friends. We had the smallest car, we took all the surfboards.
But me, I don't like big waves. I am scared.
I'm more scared than her. I never dreamed of the Olympics, but in my little notebooks, I would be writing, I want to be a professional surfer.
The women were only just finding the precipice of what's possible for the way that we move with waves.
There's a lot of young girls that are pushing the limits, especially in wave of consequences.
For years, women didn't get to surf at Waves of Consequence on tour. They didn't get heats at Pipe and they didn't get heats in Tahiti.
I feel lucky to be in that position with where the women surfing is right now. The future of women surfing is really bright.
To see Joanne performing at the highest level, it sets this new bar for what it means to be a professional female surfer.
Hard off the bottom, big hack there for the surfer that grew up in Reunion Island.
Well, that's that board where you just can control it like that. You can go fast, slow, fast, slow. It's just, it's easier to move it around at that longer length. I think that's so important for out there too, to be able to control that speed.
Over 60 years, you look at the evolution of surfboard design and it's incredibly transformative.
We've been doing a bit of board testing, just kind of locking in designs for the year. So being able to ride a smaller board in a bigger wave changed everything for me and how I looked at being able to do turns at higher speed.
I think with the way surfing is judged today, there's a huge amount of creativity.
Jack Robinson on the answer back here, pumps, pulls up on the rail, and Jack answers back.
Surfing's judged on a 1 through 10 scale. They like to say that it's about speed, power, and flow.
Way back in the barrel, way back. As casual as it gets for John.
It's different to being on a sporting field that's bounded by white lines.
And it's up to us to choreograph what it is that we're doing with this wave, but it's also up to the wave.
Everything is about timing.
We go out the back on the right-hander, back door in the barrel. Tyler Wright comes out.
Everything builds up to just that moment. Just you, your board, it's the ocean. That's it.
The surfer that's going to win the gold medal in Tahiti with the eyes of the world on you, it's the biggest pressure that any surfer will have ever felt in history. Tahiti's been a proving ground when it comes to waves of consequence, which is the measure by which a surfer is tested.
When the best surfers in the world are at the most challenging waves in the world, you better believe that they're scared.
But look at these absolute bombs coming through the lineup.
Surfing Chopo is kind of unlike any other wave.
I love it when Teopu just decides to say hello.
You've got to want it. Take that drop with commitment. Power, mojo, force, fire.
To see the world's best expressing themselves in the craziest waves ever is so cool.
Being in the Olympics and being able to compete for an Olympic gold medal, to me, it's such a special thing.
And the Olympics is just giving us that long-term vision.
I'm carrying the flag on my shoulders, and there's the Olympics, but it's almost bigger than the Olympics. It's like a celebration of our sport.
The beautiful thing about surfing is the ability to bridge cultural gaps between people. It's one of the true melting pots of the world.
What does it mean to be a surfer? being connected to the ocean in kind of like a spiritual way.
So surfing has power. I know because I've seen it.
It's a lifelong passion, and you see people that have done it for 60 years nowadays who are just as in love with it as they were when they first stood up on a wave.
You can't really describe it to anybody, you just have to do it.
A lot of wonderful memories. Surfing has been so good to me. To see Olympics and surfing together, it's a really wonderful thing. For as long as we've been in the water, wave sliding has been a way of life. A sacred practice, passed down for generations, that harnesses Earth's energy. A culture that's not only survived, but gotten stronger. There were no lifeguards, film crews, or fans, and no prize money on the line, just pride. The simple act has created a ripple effect, and the progress has empowered those who dare to dance on mountains made of water all over the world. This summer, surfing's best will come back to where it all started, the proving grounds of the Polynesian South Pacific, and paddle out for glory, not just for themselves, but for their countries and those who came before them. Because in a way, we're still riding the same wave.
Breaking is this explosion of energy and soul.
It's expression, belonging.
It's all physical graffiti. Connect the patterns, connect the lines.
You're literally just burying your soul out there.
브레이킹이 혼자서 할 수 있는 게 아니라
You gotta be arrogant, colorful, larger than life.
All you really need is music and your body.
It is called breaking, a cultural phenomenon sweeping across the city.
Music played in all neighborhoods of New York City. Everybody had a radio. When you really look at the innovation through the way music was played, it gave birth to breaking. That innovation is born in the Bronx, and that's hip-hop culture.
He grew up, he was there. He was at the first hip-hop parties. You'd go to the party, you'd look fresh, and you would only break when the DJ dropped the break.
The thing about breaking at that time was radical, and not everybody did it.
I would see these old school crews and they had this rivalry, but also that mutual respect that they settle it on the dance floor. And so I remember growing up watching him and wanting to be a part of what they was a part of.
We're talking like in the realm of 50 years that this dance has been around. The world is gonna witness one of the most dynamic, captivating, rich cultures that exists.
Everybody come on. Hey, come on. Hey, everybody come on.
You just don't have breaking without the community. Breaking is the community.
이 집단과 저 집단이 또 모여서 또 그 더 큰 커뮤니티를 만들고 이렇게 성장하고.
Community is a safe place within the culture to vibe, to build, to dance, to do art.
As an artist, the more open we can keep our minds and hearts, the more meaningful our community becomes. In breaking, there is a foundation of movements. Just like I compared it to the guitar. There's C's, there's G's, there's E's, there's D's. In breaking, there's windmills, there's headspins, there's turtles, there's freezes. So the way we judge creativity in breaking is the person's ability to put their own fingerprint on that vocabulary
It can be anything it inspires from. It can be from gymnastics, martial arts, capoeira, contortion. You gotta have top rock, you gotta have footwork, you gotta have spins on all parts of the body, you gotta have things you do in the air. That's the context right there.
In breaking, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. The highest form of currency is individual expression. Breaking is an expression of freedom. Breaking is a pathway to individuality.
It's like nothing matters in the world except for me just being me.
If you have a bad day, you let it out on the floor. If you have a good day, you let it out on the floor.
Everybody learns the basics, everybody learns the fundamentals, but you have to bring it to life through yourself, through your story. You know, it's all about your flavor.
Our bodies absolutely go through it. Any B-boy or B-girl you talk to is constantly sore, constantly in pain.
This is not an easy dance to do.
What makes breaking more unique than other dance styles? Maybe the physicality of it, the explosiveness of it. We always want to be the best, so we're always taking risks to do what people have never seen before.
You have to take risks to put this stuff to the next level.
You burn, you bang, cut the shoulders, learning head spins, burn the head. You hurt yourself, especially when you're learning moves like windmills.
I feel like this is kind of new for breakers to be cross-training.
We want to be the best and we're training 5 or 6 days a week. We're doing 2 to 3 hours of full body workouts every day.
I have a strength and conditioning coach, so I go to the gym usually 3 times a week when I'm in town. But then also I think part of the training is actually the mental. I just think breaking is a little bit too difficult on the body not to do some additional work outside to make sure that we're strong in all areas.
I've always wanted to be the best in the world, and I want to take it to the highest level possible. And for me, that is the Olympics.
I'm always teaching that there's a difference between feeling good and looking good, right? And especially when you're in a battle like the Olympics, the goal is that eventually everything that feels good also looks good. As you go towards a competition, you're refining movement. You're changing movement. How can I do this movement a little different than the last time I did it?
Yeah. So just think.
Because of the evolution of the dance, the stakes have gotten very high. There's a lot of money on the line. Maybe there's a sponsorship on the line. Maybe if you win this, you're gonna go to the Olympics.
If you have that one round that everybody around the world is like, yo, did you see what that guy did? One round will change your life.
When I started breaking, I would have never imagined it to be in the Olympic Games.
For a dance to go from a couple kids in New York to being on the stage at the Olympics, it's incredible.
Everybody who pitched in worldwide kept this culture alive.
함락 배틀? 네, 뭐 후덕 배틀 있고. 와. 결승 해방촌에서 하고 누가 끝까지 살아남는지. 누가 괜찮은지. 보고. 84년도에 본격적으로 이제 처음 우리 한국 문화에서 시작을 해서
우리가 상상했고 가보고 싶어 했던 그 길들을 우리 후배 세대들이 이뤄내고 있어요.
시장도 더 커지고 있고 그냥 커질 수밖에 없는 문화인 것 같아요.
And what's beautiful about breaking is you have this language that everyone speaks. So no matter where you go, no matter what country you're in, we're speaking this language of dance, we're speaking this language of expression. We all speak this one language that kind of unifies the world. At the end of the day, it's like the winning just doesn't matter. And I've always said this saying that it's not about winning, it's about shining. And it's like, if you shine, like that's the win.
Yeah.
If you represent your style, that's the win. So it's like, what are you bringing to that Olympic stage that's not just moves?
I feel like I've been very blessed with my community, my culture, my crews, and the people I've had around me, because without them being open, I wouldn't be where I am. I would have never believed that breaking would be where it is today. The visibility it has now has just skyrocketed breaking, and I feel like it's going to keep on going that way.
There's going to be a lot of great opportunities that come out of the Olympics. I think a lot of awareness, a lot more parents that want to put their kids into breaking. Is this just like this living, breathing entity that like kind of lives everywhere internationally, and it's going to keep going?
This is an art that is in the Olympics that changed and defined part of American culture that influences our entire world today.
I think everybody's just gonna go walk away from the Olympics like, yo, did you watch the breaking part of the Olympics? That was off the hook.
Breaking, for some reason, stood the test of time, and it's still here. This little flower rising up from bricks. Everybody that stuck around, that's the testament. The culture, you know, the community that believed in it. The message will be for the audience, you know, like, yeah, study the music and the time period and enjoy the journey.
I will follow you wherever you may go. There isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain so high it can keep me away from my love. And where you go, I'll follow.
We stand together, we stand as one. We will not.
아름다움, 당신의 바램대로. Advanced Beauty, Dual Sonic.